Yay, shoulders up.
All right.
Thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm.
There, thank you so much. That's so perfect. Oh my gosh, yes, that's it. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, we are solid gold dancers. Boom, boom, pow. Okay, so Noelle is here, Dana's here. Very, very cool. Very cool. And Danyce is here. Yay! So everybody, oh, I'm so excited to be in Danyce Davis's energy. Absolutely, it's incredible to be in your energy, just because a lot of times I'll be on the live and then I'll be reading your energy, but I don't actually see you. Mm-hmm. And so I was so excited to like see you. I was like, oh, Danyce! Oh my gosh, it's really you!
It's me!
Yay! So I'm so excited to be able to get in your energy and just to find out more. So I'd love, first of all, if you'd be able to just tell people what you've taken advantage of some of the services that I have.
Absolutely. So I'm somewhat newbie to VIP. I think I've been in around 3 months or so. And I just felt really called to jump in. And as a new mom, it's a little hard to learn all the things all the time, but I spend my free time learning on the website courses, the meditation guides and the clearing and cleansing. And I'm just slowly working my way through all of those to just better understand my gifts and all these things that have happened to me since I was a little kid that I didn't feel comfortable talking about before now. And just finally coming into myself, as an adult. So
you've had experiences as a child.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah. Well, I've always had premonition type dreams, or loved ones talking to me through dreams and pictures, spirit activity all around me. And with my brother's passing too, I've had things happen there where I never felt comfortable talking about it because I thought I was crazy. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to freak my parents out or anything, but recently I went ahead and shared things with them, and it felt good for me to feel at peace and for them to feel at peace for sharing that information. So I just thought, you know what, why not delve a little more into that?
Good for you. Good for you. I feel like when we do that too, like we open up so many more doors,
Yes.
Wow. Because I feel like there's times that then other people will be like, well, I had this experience or I had this experience.
And it did. And both of my parents shared things with me too. So it was really neat to do that. So.
That's so cool.
I'm also really interested in the Reiki after going through the chakra courses, and I can't wait to find my spirit guides. So,
yay! There's so much, huh?
So much, like, so much. I just want to binge watch all of it, but I can't.
Isn't it? It's tricky because you're juggling your two kids. Can you tell the audience how old your kiddos are?
Yes, so I have a 2.5-year-old and a 3-month-old, both little girls.
Amazing. And she's juggling all this, which just blows my mind. Now, do you have a favorite course in VIP that you've done, or a favorite module, just meaning like one of the, the module meaning within the course?
I don't know if I have a favorite, but what's helped me, I think, the most right now in my life has been the cleansing and clearing, just to quiet my own mind. And we moved into a new house, so nothing felt at home, and learning how to, I've been saging and, just making it feel more peaceful, and then quieting my own mind. That's been really helpful.
Oh, good. Yeah, I really like that cleansing and clearing course, or how it was downloaded for me, because a lot of people will ask about mediumship or intuition or clairvoyance, and you really have to do the work. Like you really have to cleanse, you really have to clear. And so I'm glad you brought that course forward, because it's the work. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that hard work that you got to do in order to then allow for that intuition to pop.
Right. It doesn't always just happen. So yeah. One step at a time.
One step at a time. Yeah. And for me, I've just had kind of a tumultuous upbringing and whatnot. And so it's almost like that was imperative to kind of get rid of that or be able to move beyond that. So some of the modules in there, there's the inner child and the younger self. I don't know if you were able to
Huge.
snag those. It's funny for me because it's like it is download, like it is channeled, like the information. And so when I'm nodding, I'm like, yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? It's almost more like not necessarily that I'm like, woohoo, kudos to me, but it's more like, yeah, spirit really nailed it with that one. Like what came through,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can feel that when when just listening to you. Yeah.
And I feel like with the inner child, I think a lot of people have heard about inner child work and whatnot. And I feel it makes a lot of sense to do that work. And then the younger self, now when that one came through, it was almost like, being able to really give yourself grace for what you did 2 years ago, 5 years ago, that type of thing. And it's just like, wow, just to be able to almost like surrender or let go of that you were doing the very best you could in that moment,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
during one of our lives, I think an angel party or something, and spirit told me to, let go of my past, and I was doing the best I could, and so combining that and hearing that message, just it's like your aha moment, like, okay, let it go.
Yeah. And how important that is. I mean, it's really neat to be able to hear that you've had these gifts, since childhood. And then I feel like too, that we just start collecting stuff, we start collecting situations and experiences and that kind of thing. So it's nice to be able to just kind of get rid of those so we can go on.
Definitely.
I love that. Very, very good. Very good. So, okay, thank you. So they're wanting me to ask you like where do you want to go? Like where do you see yourself? It's almost like not necessarily that you have to be like, I definitely need to be, this particular person, but what are you wanting? What's your intention for your spiritual path?
Well, I'm definitely an empath, so I want to be able to protect myself and my emotions, and share my gifts with other people. Since I tend to be someone that everyone dumps on, I want to be able to do the Reiki healing, and just be able to do that and get these messages, but also keep myself protected where I don't carry everyone's loads.
That makes sense. Now, do you use protection techniques then?
That's still stuff I'm learning in your courses, but
Yeah.
I haven't in the past.
In the past, yeah. It's interesting to me when I get into some empaths' energy that they've been collecting for so many years. They've been absorbing other people's energies for so many years. So sometimes, and I don't really feel like this is your case, but sometimes it may be somebody that has they're just like, I'm really sad all the time. I'm really, always down. And they've just been absorbing other people's emotions for years upon years, So, I love hearing this because I feel like with being an empath, it's like that's what your gift is, beyond the mediumship. It's really allowing you to be able to recognize that you're connected to others and that you're able to feel others. And it was interesting. The other day, I always do my protection techniques in the morning. Sometimes I do them throughout the day if something comes up. But it was really interesting because usually it's because I feel other people's energies. But the other day, I was like, I was going into other people's energies. I was like, well, I wonder what they meant when they said that. And I wonder what they meant when they said that, right? How many other people do that? And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, protection techniques help with this too. So I was like, okay, shut down, get out of somebody else's energy. So I'm feeling, thank you. Spirit wants us to go ahead and do a protection technique for us and for the audience. And then I really feel like for us to dive into bringing in more information for you through a reading. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Not necessarily that I do a protection technique before readings, but I think this is a good time to do it. So okay, so a lot of times with protection techniques, I just tell people to go ahead and get centered, however that looks. So for me, that looks that I close my eyes and that I just really center into my body. And I like to tell people to take 3 deep breaths. So we're going to do that, and I'll do it with you. So here we go. Okay, So I like to use the angels. So I'll be calling an angel in, and then we'll go through a visualization. For those of you who may resonate with other beings, you can use other beings, or perhaps just do the visualization, whatever feels best to you. So at this time, I'm going to call in Archangel Haniel, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Haniel. Please step forward from Spirit. At this time, please allow for each of us to have a pink bubble surrounding us. Allow us to be able to keep this pink bubble in place. Allow us to know that we are protected and that we are able to be in our own energy. Also allow us to know that we can allow for this pink bubble to be big or small, and it's very flexible, so it's able to move with us. And so now we're just going to feel what that pink bubble feels like. So we're just going to take a moment to feel what it feels like. And then at this point, a lot of times I'll then dismiss the archangels. So I'll say enlighten love, enlighten love, enlight and love. And then just come back to reality. So did you notice a difference with that?
I feel really light and my ears are ringing really bad right now.
Wow. That is neat. That's really neat. I'm glad that you feel that way. And with the angel courses, so Archangel Haniel, your both ears ringing, that's your sign for Haniel. So that's so cool, because I feel like it was kind of a tandem thing we did. We did the protection, but we also brought in Archangel Haniel for you. So that's so cool.
Really
neat.
Yay.
Oh, yay. That's awesome. Very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just share what a reading looks like. Okay. I'm clearing right now, so I'm just going to keep clearing. So with my readings, so it depends on my energy, your energy, and spirit's energy. So just recognizing that I've never really met your spirits before, so we're utilizing your energy. And then there are times that I really wish that it was like telephone with the loved ones. I really do. I wish they could just be like XYZ. This is exactly what I want her to know. And at the same time, it is, they don't have a body, they don't have a voice box. And so there's a lot of times that I'm doing a lot of thought to thought. And then also they may come in with gestures. They may, put X point, we're going to cross paths or something along those lines. Also, just know that sometimes they'll bring in something that really doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but it might mean the world to you. So one time there was a grandpa in spirit, and he brought in an apple. And so it was a group reading. And I said, okay, here's an apple. And they all started laughing. So they knew exactly what it was. And it turned out, it could be a number of things, but it turned out that he had a really obscure highway address and none of the grandkids could remember it. So he always told them that he lived at 123 Apple Street. Mm-hmm. So when I brought the apple in, they were like, oh my gosh, that's definitely grandpa. So if that happens as well, thank you. So there is also, so we're going to do mediumship, but we're also going to do spiritual advising. So I'll let you know if that shift is happening, where it's going to shift from the loved one to spiritual advising. I'll just say it's from the Spirit Collective. Okay. Do you have any questions right now?
I don't think so.
Okay. I know that you also had a question before we went live, so I'll make sure that we tap into that as well. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to say a prayer, and then I'm just going to have you take a deep breath and say your name, okay? Father, Mother, God, at this time, we do ask that you please bring forward the healing, the guidance, the wisdom, and the answers that this soul needs for her highest and best good. We do also ask that you please bring forward any loved ones, family, or friends who are making their presence known here today. We ask all this in the highest light and love and blessings of all. And at this time, Danyce, we need you to take a deep breath and say your name.
Danyce Davis.
Perfect. So right off the bat, I do get your brother. I'm assuming he's taller than you. He's almost just showing me that I'm taller. Are you small? Is this a drastic change? Okay. Because it's really funny because he's all about I'm taller than her, like that. He shows me a baseball cap. I'm not sure if this is he'd always wear a baseball cap or he likes, that's just his thing. But he's there, he's doing that. Now, did he ever skateboard?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, I hear it, I see it. He's showing me it. He's very proud of it. I feel like he could do some tricks. He's just
Yeah.
now he's okay, cool. The trick I know is an ollie. So I like asked him, thought to that. I was like, can you do an ollie? And he's just like, well, yeah, like, and he's like almost like showing me how he mastered things. He shows me like he must have hit his elbow or something, or he crashed. Like there's different times that he crashed when he did it, but he's like always got back up. He's got like I see he keeps showing me him skateboarding, and it's like his legs are so lanky. It's just like
Yes.
so I love that. Thank you. And I'm just asking him more questions. So then just as education, so that's like the evidence, so evidence, an evidential medium. That's the evidence of him coming forward. And now he's bringing more. Thank you. Almost like he's really, he's very proud of you. I feel like I couldn't hear his personality say this. I felt it. I felt this pride from him. I don't know if he necessarily, his personality would say, I'm so proud of you, sis, but
No.
at the same time, it was like all of a sudden I felt it, and so he's funny. Like, I feel like at times, did he have like longish hair? Cause he keeps like flipping it. Or
Yeah. I always told him to cut it.
okay, he's like just trying to get it out of his. That's really cute. Thank you. I don't know if that was. I feel like that was him coming through, like because that was my laugh, but that was really cute because he's like, well, I haven't cut it yet, kind of thing. That's really funny. I like him. Okay, thank you. Now, okay, so he's showing me he's drinking something. Did he drink alcohol? I mean,
Not really.
like Pepsi, because at first I thought like Pepsi or Coke or something like that. That's the first thing I saw, but I was like, oh, you're drinking. So what does this mean? I don't know. He just keeps showing me that he's drinking something. So I feel that as he's stepping forward, just asking him questions. Thank you. He was showing me something about you. Thank you. You moving forward, like, which is cool to see, which is cool to see. Now, he didn't meet your girls?
No.
Okay. Because he's showing me, I don't see him in their realm or in their memories or that kind of thing. He's almost showing me that he's bummed he didn't get to know them, and that he kind of hangs out with that older one. And it's funny, almost like you think she's giving you a run for your money kind of thing. And it's interesting how I don't necessarily think their personalities, your daughter and his personalities, are like the same, but I feel like they both push the envelope is what I'm getting. They both kind of push the envelope, and so oh gosh, I'm sorry, Danyce. He goes, you have your hands full. So I feel like that. Thank you. So thank you. This is good that he's bringing this forward. So we had talked before our time together about what to do in a relationship, and I feel like with this relationship, yeah, I feel like I hear him say like give her space, that kind of thing, and I feel similar to the insight that was brought in before. So I'm hearing that she may have a personality disorder. Is that something that you've thought of?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's tricky. That's really tricky because I feel like in a lot of ways then it's hard to know how to interact. So I don't know if you can pinpoint exactly which personality disorder, but that may be helpful for you to be able to like know how to interact or that kind of thing. I feel like, thank you. There's a tap right back there. I feel like I don't feel that this is going to be a real close relationship over time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's almost like I don't see I almost don't feel that I see like heart to hearts happening. Unless I keep seeing that she's more about herself. So I feel like unless it's about her is what I hear, that then it's going to be that heart to heart,
Yeah.
So I just feel like, okay, thank you. I hear him saying, give her space, but I feel like give yourself space because I feel like you deserve more. You deserve a closer relationship. You deserve, and there's other people, there's other friends that can step forward and be able to fulfill that role. It feels like it takes a lot of energy to be in her presence,
Yes.
So I almost just feel like, you shouldn't have to do that is what Spirit's saying. Like you shouldn't have to put all that energy into her. Does that make sense? Like you really shouldn't. You shouldn't. And I feel like, thank you again, like if you're wanting to have some interactions and whatnot, it would be to kind of look up and be like, okay, so I'm feeling like she has this personality disorder, and then this is how I'm going to be interacting with her. Almost like to save yourself is what they're showing me. And little bubble coming up, so toxins coming up, which is a good thing. And then they're just showing me that, yeah, I feel like this makes sense to you. I can kind of feel you dipping just a little bit because we want that connection, you know?
I
And it's,
do. Yeah.
and I feel clearing this, and I feel like, thank you, almost like, okay, thank you. And this is what they were saying in the insight as well, like almost like giving it time is the best thing. Thank you. I'm just asking a question, thought to thought, to allow it to flourish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I don't know if your brother, like, did he ever like hit you on the head or like try to get your attention, or like, I don't know. He just kind of comes in like that, almost as if he was like, I don't know, just trying to get your attention. Do you ever like, okay, thank you. What are your signs for him?
He comes to me a lot in my dreams.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very, very
And
cool.
music.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. I feel like with this whole thing where he's like hitting you, but it's just more like a, kind of thing. He's being a goofball. I
Yeah.
almost just feel like, he may come to you like just by tapping on your shoulder or something like that, or like you feel like a stray hair on your neck or something. And you're just like, was that him? So I really feel like he's going to be coming in closer, which is kind of cool. And
Yeah.
that's the clairtangency. So that's cool. That's cool. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Cool, Danyce. Well, I feel that that's what they have for now. Did you have any other questions?
No, that was great. Thank you.
Cool. I love it when you came up forward with the skateboarding. Hey.
Yeah. That was spot on. He always wore this baseball cap with his favorite band. He would flip up the bill. So that was really cool.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. So I'm still clearing a little bit. So I'm just I feel like maybe the relationship, So I want to do that again. Time will tell. And so it just feels good to be able to like just back off. Yay. So I'm going to go ahead and say a prayer. Just kind of seal up a session. So here we go. Father, Mother, God, please surround Danyce with incredible healing, light, and love. Allow her to know that she is doing the right things, she's saying the right things, and that she is juggling mamahood so amazingly. Allow her to be able to see her gifts, allow her to be able to see her talents, allow her to be able to trust these, and allow her to walk in faith. Allow her to see that her path is lit up, it's illuminated, and that there is so much more to come. Allow her to continue having this excitement to be able to learn all there is to learn about spirituality and healing, and allow her to know that she is so in tune with her own intuition. Allow her to see this, allow her to know this. We ask all this in the highest light and love and blessings of all. Cool, Danyce. Yay. You. Well, thank you. Yes, of course. So I'm guessing I'm going to see you in VIP.
Absolutely. I'll be around.
Awesome. Well, have a good night. Thank you so
much. Bye.
Okay, take care. Bye, Danyce. There it goes. Bye.